Hey everybody, Felix Staffelbaker here. I wanted to make a video just about the people in your life, the quality of people, and really just who you interact with is going to play a major role in how you are able to adapt in this new system and able to either really thrive or get left behind in a major way that could be cost you everything. And so really there are people in your life right now, or maybe that you are going to meet soon, who, if you let them get close enough and let them into your inner circle, will cause you great damage. Because whenever we see things like catastrophic breakdowns, similarly to what happened, say last March when the markets were falling and everything, you're going to get people coming out of the woodwork who you thought were relatively stable, maybe in their finances, or you never talked about it with them, so you didn't know, but they might be total sharks. And what they're going to try to do is basically hit you up for money. One of the best pieces of advice I ever received from somebody outside my family was, I was in San Diego, just minding my own business, waiting for my buddy to come out of the changing room near a beach, and an older gentleman told me that the building we were standing in the 80s was in his name in escrow, but that he closed the deal out and didn't do it. And we had a conversation, and he told me that if you're ever going to lend money to family or friends, you have to assume that it's gone and that they'll never pay you back, because those people are just looking for a quick payday, looking for their immediate needs to be met, and they don't have no intention or no foresight to be able to pay you back any of that money. The reason they're asking you for money in the first place is because they don't have it. So if you ever decide to help somebody out or give them any money, you have to assume that that money is gone. And there's tough choices that are going to have to be made very soon for a majority of the people. I literally tell people on Twitter all the time, you're going to have to answer to your family when they are stuck in a breadline because there's no money to go around. You're getting a universal basic income from the government that will obviously be not enough to be able to survive on in any sort of capacity. And these people are laughing and cutting up and calling EOS a scam, but there's going to be children involved and family members involved that when you say, oh, I should have bought EOS, they're going to say, well, you knew about it, somebody told you about it, and now we're stuck here. Why did you do that to us when you had the chance and you didn't do it? And there's going to be a lot of people in your life that understand that you have some sort of wealth or some sort of money. Anything that's above them will be considered wealthy, and so they'll be trying to hit you up for money. And right now you got to understand they're nowhere to be seen. They're just going along, spending money on this, buying extra phones. It might even be a girlfriend or a boyfriend or somebody that you think that cares about you, but they actually don't. And when something like this happens, even after you told them time and time again and they chose not to listen, you're going to have to cut them off in some sort of way, either before this happens or immediately when it happens, because they're going to be like a parasite trying to get your money, trying to get your wealth, trying to bring you down in a time when you need to be surrounded by people you can completely trust, by people that you can use to elevate you and everyone around you to be able to come together as a tight-knit community to be able to thrive in the times that are coming ahead. And I think that Time Magazine told us in the next couple of years there's going to be massive famines, and we see people like Will Gates buying up all of the farmland, and we see all these things happening. There's the 17-year super cycle mega brood X of locusts and pestilence. We've got more viruses coming, more pandemics coming, more lockdowns coming. All these things are happening, and it's all leading to the supply chain shut down to where you're going to basically be on your own for almost everything. And for you to try to rely on somebody who doesn't care about you or is only in it for money or only in it to essentially use you for emotional validations, those kind of things, those people are going to bring you down like the crab in the bucket that's trying to get out, and everybody else is clawing at them to bring them back down. And once this is all fully in place, you will never get out of it. And so it's important to cut people out, people who are like cancer, people who just don't appreciate you for your opinions or anything like that, or people who you can understand are two-faced. I'm not trying to be mean here to anybody, but I'm just trying to give you a little insight that what's coming. If you have crypto, you'll still have all the same problems. You'll just have more money than the other people who are having the same problems and have no money and are desperate. So it's important to have everything in line. Your whole everything that you're doing needs to be for a purpose at this point. There's no point in trying to help somebody who won't help themselves now, because once that happens, they're just going to absolutely lose everything. Gerald Celente has a great quote: when people lose everything and they have nothing left to lose, they lose it. And that's very important when you look at places around the world that have had these types of fourth turning events where everything goes sour in a very major way, where the masses don't see it coming. That's the time for volatility, and that's the time for people to go into wolf mode and try to extract everything they can from the people around them. And I really see people being the biggest issue here. If you don't have people around you that care about you and actually mean well, then all this is going to mean a lot less. So just want to put that out there. Keep up your hopes, keep your head down, and then we got a long way to go before this is over, and things like crypto are just kicking off. And there's better times on the other side once we get through it, but it's going to be a tough trek getting there. Just make sure that you have the right people surrounding you, and just the right mindset going forward. Don't hesitate to cut somebody off if they're not living up to your standard. So I just want to put that out there. Stoffel Baker out.